Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maureen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I made this week and what I'm getting into for my next projects. So I'm going to just start off with my Chanel jacket because I know that's what we're all dying to talk about. No, but seriously, my Chanel jacket was like a true labor of love. So if you haven't had a chance to watch the sewing vlog where I shared my entire process on this jacket, definitely go check it out. But here are just some quick notes, quick hits about it. I did get the fabric from Mood Fabrics. It's like a tweed woven wool thingamajig, and I did pre-wash it with very delicate woolite. And then I got my lining from Hobby Lobby. It was like this royal purple, excuse me, satin lining that I really wanted to like really just be a standout with the black jacket. And if you don't know, I was really inspired by a Celine jacket worn by Meghan Markle, but we all know that the Celine jacket is really a knockoff of the Chanel jacket. So I went through a phase during the sewing process of this where I was like, do I call it a Celine jacket? Do I call it a Chanel jacket? Do I call it a lady jacket? And then a few of you online on Instagram were like, it's a chalene jacket. And I kind of liked that, but I figured for all intents and purposes, it is a Chanel inspired jacket. For this, I did use McCall's 8370, which is, it came out last year, and it's like a blazer with like a skirt with a slit. And this, I can see how this pattern can be laborious. The way I did it, it wasn't that crazy, like, but it, you know, you can like, you have to like create fringe and like do the trim, and tweed is not the easiest fabric to work with. So I actually interfaced all of my pieces, except for the lining pieces, and that really made it easier because I felt like not only did it stabilize the fabric, but if I had to unpick something, it was a lot easier to do than trying to like bob and weave in and out of like tweed, like, which I don't know if you've ever worked with tweed. It's almost impossible to unpick thread out of tweed. But anyway, that's besides the point. The other thing I did with this was that I added a button placket. So with McCall's 8370, it has hooks and eyes going all the way down. To me, that just wasn't something that was really for me. And so I wanted to use these buttons that I got also from Hobby Lobby. And yeah, I essentially created all that. So again, you can check out how I did the button placket and everything in the vlog. And to be honest with you, not only did I have fun like sewing this, I really had a lot of fun creating the vlog. And I can't always say that for like every single vlog that I do, but this was exciting. This was fun. This was something I had been wanting to do for a while. And so I really enjoyed this, and I hope I get to have more projects like this where I can just really enjoy it. So the other thing I did get into was Butterick 6964, which are these slightly flare, I guess you can call them bootleg type pants. And so this is a Ponte knit, a red Ponte knit, and I was supposed to have these done for Valentine's Day. That didn't happen. I actually got a little aggravated with my fabric, not necessarily the pattern, but my fabric, because it, even though I pre-washed it and everything, the dye was just everywhere. And to be honest with you, it just turned me off. And then a bunch of you said like, hey, you know, use a magic eraser. I did that, and I felt like my machine was back to normal. And once I felt like my machine was back to normal, I was like, okay, let me finish the pants, which I know is so weird, but I was like personally offended by these pants for a few days just because of the dye that was left on my machine. I don't know, I was like, I can't shake it. Like, I was so upset about it. So anyway, I'm glad that the dye is gone and whatnot, and I really like these pants. So I did have to size, like, I wouldn't even say size down. I cut my size because that was the size that I bought, and I bought it online. So I couldn't really go back and forth to Joann's to exchange it. But I had to cut off a significant amount on the sides, and then I also tapered in the inseam a bit just to kind of like make my thighs a little more fitted. And then what that did was it exaggerated the boot leg a little bit more, which I wasn't upset about at all. I was actually okay with more of a flare out. These pants really remind me of like late 90s, early 2000s, very like Carolyn Bessette Kennedy type style, except for I did mine in red. I don't think Carolyn Bessette Kennedy would ever do a red pant like this, but it really just reminded me of that era in fashion. And so I plan on making a few more of these because, one, I felt like I did not have to hem these, not one bit, because they were just at the perfect length. So I did love that. But two, I just thought that they were just so cute and trendy and really comfortable. So I do have some black fabric left over from my work pants that I had made for my work wardrobe, and the goal would be like down the line probably to make a pair of those in black, just because I really liked how they did end up turning out. So the third thing I made, and I made this like very, very quickly in like a day. So this is a sweatsuit outfit that I made. And I've made sweatsuits in the past. Like I've made like a pink one back in like peak lockdown 2020. And I loved it. It was good for that time. But like ever since 2020, I feel like sweatsuits have gotten like way more relaxed, less fitted. So this was like good for that time, but not good for now. Now granted, I still wear the hoodie. I don't wear the pants as much because I get like this awkward bunching in an area that I don't really like. So if I wear the pants, it's usually in the house. And then last year I made a sweatsuit set, and this was also for travel. This was like a pink and red one. I love this sweatsuit. I don't know how many people actually loved it. I feel like I thought it was I thought it was great. I feel like people were just like, oh, okay, cool. And what I actually did with that sweatsuit was I like hacked it and like color blocked it, and I used this free pattern from Mood. But I still wear it all the time, and probably on like maybe 80% of the trips I took last year, I packed, if not the sweatshirt, the entire thing, or wore it in some sort of way during a trip just because of how comfortable it was. Now the one that I made yesterday is this is like a really heavy terry knit fabric that I got from Dressew in Vancouver, and it's probably, y'all, if I had the style number, I would give it to you guys because I feel like everyone deserves to have this type of terry knit, but I don't have it because I bought it in person and whatnot. But the store is Dressew, and the terry knit for this sweatsuit is so heavy and cozy and just yummy. Even after pre-washing it, I had no pilling or anything like that. It's good. I love it. And I tried it on yesterday after I finished it, and I love the way it fits, and it's so right now. So I say all that to say that I plan on wearing it as my travel outfit when I go to Virginia next week, and also coming back as well. And then we've got some other trips down the line this year that I'll more than likely be wearing this this sweatsuit. So it's a look. I love it. Y'all can hate it, but I love it. About the sweatsuit. So the hoodie, and I got so many questions on the hoodie on Instagram. I didn't realize I didn't really put up a lot of information on it, but I used hang on. I used this hoodie pattern. So this is ME2054 by Marcia Spencer, Kichibi Style. And I used this hoodie. The only thing was I left the shoulder accents off. So I left the shoulder accents off, and then I actually added a elastic waistband to the bottom of the hoodie, so that way I would have like that little tuck underneath. But everything else is the same. Also, if you decide to do what I did and leave the shoulder accent off, let me just tell you, there is a piece right here between the shoulder seam and then where your actual sleeve starts. I would maybe call it a gusset. I don't know what they call it on this pattern, but it's an actual wedge piece. And so I thought I wouldn't need that because I wasn't using the shoulder accents. Guess what? You still need that piece. So there is like the shoulder seam, a little gusset, and then my sleeve begins. And I'm okay with it. Whatever. I was like, can I finish my hoodie? Like, that was all I cared about, to be honest with you. So again, if you make it and you decide to do it without I think they call it the shoulder accent. They call it the flange or flange. I don't know, you guys. I'm just going to call it the shoulder accent. If you decide not to do the shoulder accent, you still have to do the gusset underneath. That's the point I'm trying to make. So the pants are Simplicity 9337, and it's this. Okay, so I don't know. This is a word of caution. I don't know if maybe I didn't cut the right size, or I'm not sure, but the waistband and the cuffs, I was like struggling to get that to fit around the ankle and like the top of the pants. So I would say if you're gonna use this pattern, maybe either measure these pieces here, measure the top of the pants or the ankles, or cut like a couple of sizes bigger than the size that you cut for your pants. Just because I struggled with that a little bit. So here's what I'm working on next, and this is something that I kind of teased about, I think, months ago. And I rarely ever do this. So this is how you know that these pants are super special to me. So I am making a denim version of these pants, which again, ME2054, and I plan to wear them in Virginia at some point during my trip. And so with the denim version, I'm actually thinking about adding in those bottom pockets there. I think I'm still gonna leave the pant leg to be straight. I don't think I plan to do the actual bunching at the bottom, but I do want the extra pockets on the bottom. And I'm excited for this. I have been, ever since I made the khaki version, I had been wanting to make a denim version. It just so happened that the timing just wasn't adding up for, other projects that I had to do. So for this trip, I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And you guys, so let me tell you, your girl is out here working out, eating right and whatnot. So I think it was like November, December when I cut the khaki pair, I cut a size 24. I remeasured my waist and I'm now a size 22. So I just kind of cut the pattern pieces down a little bit more for this one. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and comment below. And you can follow me at Raven Maureen on other social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.